When Erin noticed their black cat, Yuki, fixedly staring at her marine son's photo, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Max, her son, had been serving in the Marines, and it was unlike Yuki to behave so strangely. Determined to understand what was going on, Erin set out to uncover the truth, and when she finally did, her reaction left everyone speechless. One day, as Erin walked past Max's room, she caught a glimpse of Yuki sitting in front of his framed photo. Her paws gently rested on the edge, as if guarding it. Erin approached, trying to gently lift Yuki from the spot, but the cat stayed firm, her unblinking gaze locked on Max's image. Erin decided to move the photo instead, but Yuki followed, never looking away. The cat's loyalty to Max had always been clear, but this behavior was unsettlingly persistent. Something was driving Yuki's strange fixation on the photo, and Erin couldn't ignore it any longer. Erin's thoughts drifted back to when she and Max had first found Yuki. The mother and son had just had a heated argument. Max had recently turned 18, and they'd gone out for dinner to celebrate. But during the meal, Max informed her that he wanted to join the Marines and serve in the US Navy. The celebration quickly turned sour. This had been his dream since he was a little kid, ever since watching his dad leave to serve the country. Since his father had died on one of his missions, Max had wanted to carry on the legacy his father had left behind. When Erin heard about her son's decision to join the Marines, she was shocked. Max had never spoken of this before. She reacted negatively to the news, refusing to listen to his reasons. The long missions Max's father had gone on had taken a toll on her, and she remembered how much she and her son had struggled after his passing. She was scared of what could happen to Max so far from home and worried about the loneliness she'd feel when he wasn't around. As they walked home after dinner, Erin noticed something moving in the corner of her eye and stopped in her tracks. Lying on the street was a black cat, its shiny eyes observing people as they passed without paying it any attention. Its tail waved in the air, and it would occasionally stand and move around before returning to lie down. "Do you think it was abandoned?" Erin asked her son. Max didn't have an answer, surprised at his mom's sudden interest in the cat. Erin had always seen taking care of animals as an added responsibility, and with her job, had never been open to having a pet. She moved closer to the cat and tried to pet it. To her joy, it didn't pull away and responded to her touch. Max knelt down to pick it up, and the cat curled up in his arms. "Why don't we take it home with us?" Max suggested, and Erin agreed immediately. They took the cat home and named her Yuki. Although meeting Yuki was a coincidence, Erin and Max felt it was something that was meant to happen. The first thing Erin did each morning was check on Yuki and make sure she had something to eat. When Max wasn't out of the house working small jobs, he was home playing with Yuki. They even put up flyers in case anyone was looking for their cat, and after 3 weeks with no response, they fully accepted Yuki as theirs. Although Erin and Max still argued about his decision to join the Marines, taking care of Yuki helped them put aside their differences. She brought them closer together, giving them a shared activity to bond over. Having something to occupy her days was exactly what Erin needed, and Yuki's presence filled that void. But what surprised her most was the bond between Max and Yuki. It was as if Yuki was always waiting for Max to return home, and whenever he was around, she would curl up next to him, following him wherever he went. They'd often fall asleep on the couch together, snuggled up, and Max even took her out with him when he went for walks. Their bond was unlike anything Erin had ever seen, and it brought her joy to see just how much they cared for each other. 6 months after Yuki came into their lives, it was finally time for Max to leave to join the Marines. Erin took Yuki with her to the airport as Max said his goodbyes and slowly disappeared into the crowd. Yuki tried to free herself from Erin's arms to follow Max, but Erin held her back. The cat was overcome with intense grief, but there was nothing they could do to stop Max from leaving. When Erin and Yuki returned home that day, they couldn't help but feel his absence. Yuki went to her spot by the window, staring at the street as if expecting Max to walk back up to the house, but he wasn't coming. Erin knew the days ahead without her son would be difficult, but she was proud that he was living out the life he had always wanted. The next morning, Erin woke up and went to check on Yuki to make sure she was alright, but the cat wasn't in her usual spots. Erin grew worried, wondering if Yuki had run away now that Max was gone or if something bad had happened. But when she stepped into Max's room, she found Yuki sitting in front of a framed picture of him, staring at it intensely with her paws on the frame. Erin took the cat away and kept her close, But whenever she wasn't looking, Yuki would quietly leave and find her way back to Max's room. Aaron thought this behavior was odd, assuming it was a fluke. Yet, the next day, when Yuki went missing again, Aaron found her once more on the dresser, gazing at Max's picture. Even when the door was locked, Yuki would find a way to open it just to be near the photo. She spent most of her time there, snuggling close to the picture to sleep. As time passed, Yuki's love for Max only deepened despite his absence. Whenever Aaron tried to move Max's picture to another room, Yuki would track it down, never letting it out of her sight. Yuki seemed to be eagerly waiting for the day she could see her beloved human again, clinging to his memory. A year after Max left, Aaron received some good news. She could visit her son and spend some time with him before he got leave to come home. Excited, she began packing her bags along with some items she wanted to bring him. As soon as she mentioned the visit to Yuki, who she often talked to in the empty house, the cat seemed to understand, and her energy was at an all-time high. What happened next took an unexpected turn. Aaron decided to take Yuki along with her to see Max, but since she had never traveled with a pet before, she was unsure how to do it. She posted a video on Facebook asking for advice on traveling with cats, explaining Yuki's attachment to Max and showing clips of the cat staring at his photo. To her surprise, the video went viral. People worldwide found the bond between Max and Yuki heartwarming and flooded her with advice on how to reconnect the pair. After making arrangements to travel with Yuki, Aaron finally arrived at the military base to reunite with Max. She filmed the heartwarming moment, knowing how many people wanted to witness the reunion. As soon as Yuki spotted Max, she leaped from Aaron's arms and sprinted toward him. Max's eyes lit up as he caught sight of her, gathering Yuki into a warm embrace. It was a beautiful, tender moment as they were finally together again. The two spent nearly the entire visit side by side until it was time for Aaron and Yuki to leave. Though Yuki hesitated to go, it was as if she understood that this wasn't goodbye forever, that Max would always be there for her. Max still has 6 years left in his service, and Aaron and Yuki wait patiently for the day they'll be reunited for good. What an incredible bond! Why do you think Yuki formed such a close connection with Max? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.